Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 35 of Studio Time with Ryos. Today, folks, we will be remixing Bebe, Rexha, and David Guetta's new song 1 in a Million because it's an absolute banger and I think I could Ryosify it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so we're here in FL Studio. I've got the acapella pulled up. Let's get down to business. We're gonna start with the intro today, and we're gonna focus on creating a nice vibe in the beginning with this acapella, and then we'll work our way towards the drop. These are kind of vibey. Can we process them, make them sound bigger, better, faster, stronger? I think we can. Let's throw up focus 1. Let's also add a bit of Camel Crusher. I want to get some more transient out of this guy. Dope ass sound. Let's get some delay going. And I'm just going to scoop out a little bit of the mud that's going on as well. And I think this is a pretty good starting point otherwise. I like that a lot, actually. Hopefully that sounds good with the vocal. Let's see.
You're my one in a million. It's like someone picked you out of the sky. Maybe I met you for a reason, and I can't believe that we're both alive at the same time.
Yo, okay, I like that as of right now. Nice and dark. But I have a better idea. I think if we scoot these chords over, open up the track with them. Yeah, with the ad-lib, I think that'll be so sick. And then what we can do instead for the initial section when the vocal first comes in, we'll just introduce a fat respace. The Kung Fu Classic. Make a quick bass line by removing those top notes. I want the respace when it first comes in to sound super, super disrespectful. And basically that happens when the notes are nice and low. Like that sounds so much meaner than that. So let's see what this sounds like.
It's like someone picked you out of the sky. Maybe I made.
Oh my god, yes. Now next, I want to process the little vocal intro ad-lib a little bit differently. Essentially, I just want to filter it down and then maybe add a shit ton of compression or something. So we'll go for like a sharper cut. Oh yeah. And we'll do OTT, and then we'll also do like some sort of reverb and delay. Oh my god. And then let's do some delay. This is giving nighttime drive going above the speed limit. So we'll add the nighttime ambience here. Perfect. Now I just want to revisit the chords real quick. I think it might sound better if I filter them a little bit. All right, now it's time to spice up the verse a little bit. And I think that we should try to make a small little melody to go along with this respace. So I like this as a starting point, but we got to sauce it out. Let me open up some processing. This processing that I opened up is a really great starting point, but we need to adjust it a bit. Let's take off this EQ and let's take off this LFO tool. Instead, what I'm going to do is open up DST, make this nice and bright. And I want this to sound a little trippier, so I'm going to go for like an ensemble or something to detune it. There we go. Makes it sound a bit more like it's from the 80s, which I think is a vibe. Now for the melody, I'm just going to take the top notes from the chord progression, copy them over, and then I'm going to play them in reverse. So it'll be this instead. Cool. Now let's bounce this into audio. Now let's hit them with a little reverse. Hopefully this sounds good. Sounding awesome. What I'm going to do is now add additional processing to this. I just want it to be spacier. So the best way to do that is with Supermassive, and we'll go for area reverb. Also, I should fade in the reverse synth. I think that'll sound sick. All right, now next, I think this break could use an additional chord layer, so let's go ahead and get that in right now. The sound could be cool if we reduce the cutoff, maybe? My computer's gonna hate me, but let's try it.
You're my one in a million. It's like someone picked you out of the sky.
I think it actually works, but again, my computer is screaming. So we should bounce this into audio real fast. Now, the last immediate thing that I want to do for this break is make my own vocal delay throws. I think that can be really helpful to fill out like this section and this section right here. All right, so let's do H delay. Let's figure out the timing first and foremost.
My one in a million. It's
Maybe half.
in a million. It's like someone
Yeah, half sounds great. Let's turn the feedback all the way down and then do some filtering here.
one in a million. It's like someone picked you out of the sky.
We'll do the same exact delay for Sky too. I gotta process the delay throws a little bit just to make them fit and make them sound a little bit more vibey. Let's first just high pass them a little bit more because I want them to sit in the background, and then we can let's add some delay onto the delay, shall we?
One in a million. It's like someone picked you out of the sky. Maybe.
Now let's get cheeky with a little bit of additional reverb. Perfect, those delay throws sound epic. Now coming into this build up, we gotta introduce some rhythm, gotta introduce some drums. I'm thinking for this section, we'll start with a kick and clap, and then maybe we'll bring in a snare for the build up, but let's definitely start with that kick and clap. And then for this kick pattern, we'll start to build it right around here. Just make it go faster and faster. Let's get a little bit of filtering going. This one might work well.
Time. Is this time? Is this heaven now? Am I dreaming now? Am I dreaming?
Now for the clap, we should also make it follow this sort of building rhythm with the kick drum here.
One in a million. And one in a million. I can't believe that we're both alive at the same time.
And then right here, when she sings same time, I think that should be like the classic pre-drop fill. So we're gonna cut these synths here. Probably have to do some additional filtering so that they really disappear. But we can also add a nice drop fill. I think this cowbell's perfect.
Alive at the same time.
We'll go for a nice big snare right here.
Alive at the same time.
Oh yeah. Next up, we gotta take the keys, raise them up an octave. It's gonna make more sense in this build-up.
At the same time. Is this heaven now? Am I dreaming now? Am I dreaming?
All right, now let's go ahead and start working on some risers. I want to get like a mean, high, energetic one. I know the perfect one. It's this guy. So if we take this guy and we just fit it to the tempo and then do like that. You can also pitch it down so that it fits the key of the track better.
At the same time. Is this heaven now? Am I dreaming now? Am I dreaming?
And then we can accompany this riser with the classic flanger sweep.
Is this heaven now? Am I dreaming now? Am I dreaming?
I think the one thing that I'm missing that I can add right now is an impact and then one of those sublifters. Maybe this one.
One in a million.
Maybe this guy instead.
Am I dreaming? You're my one.
Sub lifts.
One in a million. And I can't believe that we're both alive at the same time.
Build is in a solid place. Let's go ahead and work on the drop, and then we can circle back to everything and glue it all together. Now let's start by getting some drums going. Let's try this kick today. Let's also get some claps going. Also gonna need a nice crash effect sound.
The same time.
Now, I think it's time to come up with a nice fat lead stack. Wait, low-key, I have a lead stack in mind that I think would sound dirty with this idea. Let me pull it up. So clean. And I'm gonna just copy over some of the break elements just so that I can start to create a melody. It's something I like to do sometimes.
Time. 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 Time.
Oh, I love this direction. Hold up. I think the melody can be finalized if I just add some pitch bending, because I think that's what I'm missing right now. Maybe we'll also introduce some pitch bending in the beginning as well. Slight here. Very slight. Like, only a few percent here. All right, dude, I think we got a melody. This sounds freaking awesome. Maybe we can make a quick variation for the second 4 bars. Come on, man. You know I like to do that. That always sounds fire. I don't know if we're going to keep these extra chords in the drop. This was just so that I can make the melody, but they did kind of sound nice, so maybe we'll use that as a background element. I'm going to keep it muted for now. Now it's time to make a mean bass line. You know what I'm saying? Like, this has to say some disrespectful things to my mother or something, because that's how mean I want it to be. All right? Let's start with a dirty, dirty, bouncy bass. Let's just take the melody and see how it sounds if the bass line plays it with the bass line progression. Next, we can add some aggressive, like mid-range sort of basses to help fill out the entire drop. Ooh. Now, wait a minute. Perfect. Now, let's get a classic progressive house bass in there. That sounds dope. I definitely want a super crispy layer. I think we'll use this as a layer, and then what I could do is cut off all the bass and most of the mid-range to really just hone in on that crispiness in the top end. And I'm going to add just some, like, you know, processing to make them sound good. Let's do something weird. Let's do, like, CLA guitars. And, of course, we got a sidechain and everything. Can't forget about that. All right, so you know what? After further testing, I do want to get my own separate sub in there. All right, I'm in love with this bass stack. Let's go ahead and work on this drop further. So firstly, this kick is just not it. We got to get a different kick in here, so let's do that first and foremost. Another thing that might sound good, low key, is to do some reverb automations in between the notes. I think that's a nice shout. Like butter, man. Like butter. So good. All right, now it's time to up the energy. Let's get some claps and rides going. Honestly, let's try the one from the break there, because I think that sounded nice already. Ooh. Let's go ahead and let's get a crash. A ride? Crash. The Novocaine crashes work so good, man. We gotta rock with this one. I definitely want to get some percussion as well to highlight the groove of the bass. I feel like right now it's getting a little bit lost, so no worries. We can solo the kick, solo the bass, and that way I can really hone in on this groove. I love this tom to highlight the first hit, but for the second 2 hits over here, I want it to be a nice low percussion. Yeah, something more like a bump, I call them. Plus, the good thing about that is it's going to make the percussion section just sound a little bit more diverse. There's 2 more sounds that I could potentially add. Some sort of background sound Maybe it's the extra chords. Maybe it's a whole new sound completely. Maybe I do something with Bebe Rexha's vocal. The world is our oyster. And then I think I want to get some just simple white noise and or crowd noise. It'll be easier to do the effects first. So let's just try a simple noise.
We're both alive at the same time.
The noise sounds perfect. I don't even think I'm going to try a crowd because basically the crowd is going to highlight the mid-range a lot and take up a lot of space. And I don't think I'll comfortably be able to fit an additional synth in the drop if I have a crowd in there. So we'll skip the crowd idea for now. And first, I mean, since we have it here, let's see if these extra chords work. Maybe pitch them up an octave. Oh. Add sidechain, please. Hold up. Holy guacamole. We gotta add some like big snares and little fills. Try one of these as well. And folks, I got the perfect fill for this section. It's in the October Patreon pack. It is Origin Fill, right? Yeah. It's in the key already. We should be moving and grooving here. For the second half of the drop, I usually like adding some sort of shaker or open hat or something. All right, we're almost done, guys. I think the main thing that I need to do right now is just put these drop leads in the build-up and introduce like filtering and all that good stuff. All right, I think the final cherry on top is to get a downlifter for the second half of the drop and for the build-up. I know I just said that was going to be the cherry on top, but as I was listening back to it, the build is missing a little bit of high frequency content. Hopefully this works. Folks, we're done. We're done. Let's take a listen from the top and let's see what I came up with.
You're my one in a million. It's like someone picked you out of the sky. Maybe I met you for a reason, and I can't believe that we're both alive at the same time. Is this heaven now? Am I dreaming out? Am I dreaming? You're my one in a million, and I can't believe that we're both alive at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my days. Dude. What have I done? What have I done? I'm so hyped with how this came out. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do, because right now the vibes are high. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. Folks, if you haven't already, join the Patreon. Not only did I drop a production course, but we also have monthly sample packs. We got stems to studio time with Ryos, lessons, feedback, a bunch of other goodies. Go ahead down below to the link in my description for all of that. So that'll be all for me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.